debt. The stock is just an accident waiting to happen, in my opinion, but they keep beating everybody up, including me.
That was an interesting play on words there about Tesla. An accident waiting to happen.
Tesla fan. I haven't been a Tesla fan. I've shorted a few times, gotten hammered a few times, but most of the time I'm betting that this stock doesn't really have the legs to go a lot longer. You know, it's proven everybody wrong, but you know the amount of cars that they produce, the profitability isn't there. They have $9.6 billion in debt. They're going to have to raise more debt.
Tesla, the stock down on Wednesday after a fairly bearish analyst note, rattling some investors. KeyBank Capital Markets saying they expect weaker than expected results and production for Model 3 in the fourth quarter. Stock down over 5% in the last week alone.
It's a constant cash drain. They're highly dependent on federal government and state incentives for money, which constantly flows in. They have capital raises all the time. Even the high-end cars that they build now cost more to build than they're able to sell them for. I think they're doomed. Upside on pricing is limited because everybody else sells electric vehicles at a loss to get the credits to be able to sell the sport utilities and the pickup truck. How in the world is he going to make money on a $35,000 small car? Because I have news for you, 42 years of experience. The cost of a car doesn't come down proportional to it.
I'm not sure the electric vehicle is going to give you the offsets that no longer will be required as a result of this phenomenal demand for SUVs and trucks. Remember, the highest margin. If you look at Fiat Chrysler, 90% of the operating profits come from Jeep and the Ram truck.
Yes, they're burning a lot of cash, but they're in startup mode, and the trajectory at which they burn cash theoretically won't be the same. They won't have to continue building a gigafactory infinitum. They won't add on new production lines. In terms of subsidies, most of the people who reserve a Model 3 are doing that without any government subsidies because they run out, and they're still willing to buy that car.
We'll see. We'll see. Cost of producing a car, labor and materials, is higher than your sell price. Your business model is flawed, and it's doomed, and it's going to fail. And I will guarantee.
It was not uncommon for owners to wait up to 6 months to receive their new Prius. Not wanting to anger and alienate customers, Toyota cut back on advertising.
Many of you are looking to ditch your SUVs for hybrids, but getting your hands on one is definitely not easy.
The popular Prius hybrid was already in short supply because of skyrocketing gas prices, but now they may be even harder to find.
Consider that this is the best-selling car in Japan.
We've never had a waiting list like that.
On this list, you'll find the names of 62 people who've made a down payment for the ultra-hot hybrid, the Toyota Prius.
Prius became a global sensation. In fact, more than 3.5 million of them have been sold since it debuted in 1997.
Tesla Motors tallied 276,000 reservations for its Model 3 Thursday through Saturday. Far more than expected before and after the big reveal Thursday night. 276,000 reservations worldwide also topped the number of electric and plug-in hybrid vehicles sold around the U.S. in the last 2 years by the entire auto industry.
The only difference, the reason for this inflated stock, because Elon Musk said, oh, but look at my solar, look at Solar City, look at the panels, look at the battery plant. The battery plant, in my estimation, is a joke. There are no cost savings by making a lithium-ion plant bigger than other people's lithium-ion plants, because making lithium-ion cells is a fully automated process anyways. And Solar City, we know, is a disaster. So
it's not just the deliveries in the fourth quarter coming in at about 1,550 versus most expecting at least 2,500. It's the guidance for ramping up production of the Model 3. Their previous guidance was 5,000 per week by the end of Q1. We're not even going back to where it was before that, which was supposed to be at the end of Q4.